Simple Tales presents The Girl Who Married the Moon from African Folklore. Long ago, in a village surrounded by wide grasslands and ancient baobab trees, there lived a young girl named Amina. Amina was known throughout the village for her curiosity. She asked questions about everything. She wanted to know where the rivers began. She wondered why birds migrated across the sky. And every night she gazed upward at the moon. While others admired its beauty, Amina wanted to understand it. Why did it change shape? Why did it sometimes appear bright and full, and at other times vanish completely? The elders offered many explanations, yet Amina remained fascinated. Night after night, she sat outside her family's home and watched the moon travel across the heavens. One evening, as she watched the silver light spread across the land, she heard a voice. Amina. She looked around. No one was nearby. Again, the voice spoke. Amina. This time, it seemed to come from above. The moon hung low on the horizon, larger and brighter than she had ever seen it. Then, to her astonishment, a shining path appeared in the sky. It stretched from the earth toward the moon itself. At the end of the path stood a tall figure clothed in silver light. I have heard your questions, the figure said. I am the moon. Amina could scarcely believe her eyes. The moon smiled. You have watched me faithfully for many years. Would you like to see my kingdom? Though frightened, Amina's curiosity was stronger than her fear. She accepted. Together they climbed the shining path into the sky. The journey seemed endless. Below them, the earth grew smaller and smaller. Eventually, they reached the moon's kingdom. It was unlike anything Amina had imagined. Great silver plains stretched in every direction. Crystal lakes reflected countless stars. Gardens of glowing flowers bloomed beneath a sky darker than night. The moon welcomed her warmly. Days passed, then weeks. The moon showed her wonders no human had ever seen. Amina learned how the moon watched over travelers, how it guided fishermen upon dark waters, how its light comforted lonely wanderers. The moon's kingdom was peaceful and beautiful. In time, Amina and the moon grew very close. Eventually, they were married. The stars themselves were said to have celebrated the occasion. For a while, Amina believed she had found perfect happiness. Yet as months passed, something began to trouble her. She missed her family. She missed the sounds of her village. She missed the smell of rain upon dry earth. She missed hearing children laugh. The moon noticed her sadness. You are unhappy, he said gently. Amina shook her head. I am grateful for everything. Yet you miss your home. She lowered her eyes. The moon understood. Though his kingdom was magnificent, it could never replace the place where she had grown up. At last, he offered her a choice. "You may remain here forever," he said, "or you may return to Earth." The decision was difficult. Amina cared deeply for the moon, but she also loved her people. She spent many days considering what to do. During that time, she walked through the moon's kingdom and reflected on everything she had learned. She realized something important. The moon watched over the world from afar. It illuminated fields, rivers, villages, and forests, yet it never truly belonged to any of them. Its purpose was to shine upon all equally. Amina understood that love did not always mean remaining in one place forever. Sometimes love meant allowing someone to follow the path they were meant to walk. At last, she made her decision. She would return home. The moon was saddened, but he did not try to stop her. Instead, he prepared a farewell gift. On the night of her departure, he placed a silver necklace around her neck. "Whenever you look at the moon," he said, "remember that part of my light travels with you." Amina descended the shining path and returned to her village. Her family rejoiced. Many had feared they would never see her again. Years passed. Amina became a respected elder. She shared stories of wisdom, patience, and wonder. She taught children to remain curious about the world. And every evening, she looked toward the sky. There she saw the moon watching over the earth, just as it always had. Sometimes it was bright and full. Sometimes it was only a thin silver crescent. Yet she knew it was always there. The villagers often asked why she smiled whenever she looked upward. Amina would simply point toward the heavens, for she had learned that even when distance separates us, meaningful bonds can endure. Some things are not meant to be possessed forever. Their value lies in having been part of our lives at all. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share Simple Tales. There are many more legends waiting to be told.